Okay, so over the holidays, I did a little refresh of rearranging the artwork in this room. And I used to have this more glam mirror positioned on this back wall. And I had bought some botanicals, some smaller ones, about 9 of them, and they ended up in my powder room or in my master bathroom renovation because after I bought the botanicals, I then had this artwork commissioned. And so then they were too small to go on that back wall. So a few months ago, I found these botanicals and then finally put them up, and it makes such a difference. I just can't believe how much better this room looks, because I feel like I have a dining room now, where before, because I had this white sideboard and then I had this more glam mirror positioned above the sideboard, it just was floating. That the whole end of the room was floating. So now I feel like I actually have a dining room. So, and I'm also going to talk to you about how I created this little vignette, just kind of, not that it's so spectacular, but it relates to the room. It picks up the glam mirror, and I'm just going to show you how I got there.
Hi everyone. Okay, Christmas is over. You've removed all of your holiday decor, and now it's time to redo your vignettes. Okay, so the first thing you need is a couple of coffee table books. It's good if they match your decor, and it's also good if you like what it says on them, right? You can get them from a book, like a used bookstore. They don't have to be brand new, so it's easy to create one, but you need a bigger book because they act as a great pedestal for accessories. So the first thing I did when I was putting this together, because I just moved this mirror over here from the other end, like you saw earlier, from the end of my dining room, I had moved them around the books back and forth, and I brought in a bunch of different accessories, and nothing was really working. I mean, I did this 8 or 9 times before I actually got to the result here, right? But what I realized in the end, that maybe because it was a round mirror and it's, you know, it's in the center of the vignette, that maybe it just looks better to have a symmetrical arrangement instead of the asymmetrical thing that I was working on. And so the first thing I did before I got to this arrangement was I had done 3 of these on both sides, because I have them in the lower to higher. Okay, so you can kind of get the gist of it, right? But the problem was, now I had these brass, what are they called? Peacocks or something? I don't know. But anyway, now I had the brass sitting here, and the brass is good because it repeats the other gold accents in my room, but now I have no brass up here. So then what I did was I then did 3 brass ones on one side, but now the problem is I'm not repeating the mirror and the chrome in any way. So that is why in the end it looked better when I just repeated the chrome once like that with the glass. So now I've got them both repeated here. So the glass and the chrome of the candlesticks repeats the mirror, and like that. So that's how. Okay, so the other, you might be wondering why I didn't end up with any flowers in the vase, because really a good vignette, like just kind of the 3 basics of a vignette, are like coffee table books, flowers, and candles are a good way to start. And that's because I have a lot of flowers in this room, a lot of fake flowers already, and I love fake flowers. I mean, I just don't think it's possible to have real flowers in every single corner of where you might want a little spot of happiness. And so I am a firm believer in fake ones. Just throw them out if they get dusty. That's kind of my opinion. So now, remember, I did this like 8 times before I finally achieved like the right look and the right balance between the glam and the brass. So go to the store, get a bunch of accessories, and start playing with them. And so just start styling, because you never know. You might end up with a corner that just fills you with joy every time you walk in the door. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.